truth.
Hey you! Today I'm gonna show you how you can make the fluffiest cinnamon rolls and wait till the end for the twist that I put on such a familiar flavor. So let's get started on the ingredients. 5 cups of flour, 2 cups of warm milk, 2.5 teaspoons of yeast, 3/4 cups of sugar, and 1 teaspoon of salt. In a bowl, add your warm milk and then add your sugar. It might seem like it's a lot, but trust the process. Then add your yeast and then your 1/2 cup of melted butter. Well, now it is mixing time. Add your salt, bloop, and the 5 cups of all-purpose flour. It's dough time now, so let's combine the wet ingredients with the dry ingredients. FYI, you can totally use a stand mixer if you have it at home. The dough might seem a little too wet, but trust the process, we're gonna take care of it later. So all we have to do now is let it rest in a warm place and let the dough rise. For the filling, I used brown sugar and whole sticks of cinnamon and blended them together. After the dough has risen, it will look like this, and I cannot fight the urge to poke the dough. Into the cinnamon sugar, I am adding spoon by spoon 3/4 cups of unsalted melted butter. Well to form a paste-like substance. Now that it is done, let's get into molding the dough. Flour your surface and dump your dough on it. You can see me trying to wiggle it out of the bowl. Dust some flour over it and get into working the dough. You can see the dough is still sticky, so don't worry, add some more flour and work the dough. Add more flour as you go. You don't want your dough to stick. I'm tucking in the corners, and your dough should turn out like this, soft and smooth, and it should bounce back when you poke it. Now it's time to roll out the dough. I'm dusting the surface and the dough generously and pushing it away to make it sort of fit a rectangle with my fingertips. Get your rolling pin and roll out your dough into a rectangle as long as you like, as thin as you like, or as thick as you like. I'm adding some more melted butter on the surface of the rolled out dough, spreading it around, and then in sections I'm spooning out some of the cinnamon sugar and spreading it on the dough. It is easier that way rather than having to dump the sugar in one piece and then spreading it around. Now that the surface is covered, I'm going to roll out the dough slowly and steadily so that the dough doesn't tear. That's it. All the hard labor is done. Now we cut it with a piece of floss. I'm not using a knife because if you do, it is going to smush the dough and the swirl of sugar will not be visible. And it is easier with a floss. Flossing the dough away. In a greased pan, I'm choosing my best pieces and lining them out. So while they rest for 10-15 minutes, I have some thinly sliced apples in D shape. It has to be in D shapes. I'm rolling out the dough and then I'm placing those thinly sliced apples with the skin side on the outside. And then all you have to do is roll it out. Trust the process. It tastes so much like an apple pie. And it looks pretty too. It looks like a rose. As I'm going on with the rest of them, a few tips and tricks. If you see your apple slices breaking as you roll them, do not worry. You can coat them with some sugar and then let the excess water drain out. That way the apple slices will be softer and easier to roll. Or here I've decided to just microwave them for 30 seconds. They were soft, obviously, and it was easier for me to roll them out. And they look so much like roses. Also, it is a great way to use up the leftover dough from the cinnamon roll. In another baking pan, I'm laying them out and I'll let them rest as well for 10-15 minutes. Look, so pretty. Get them into a preheated oven and then this is how they turn out. So pretty. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Truth.